suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly,
McCormick Field, the night go. Joey coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. SIPC.
Downward Dog across from the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouthwater. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
Trell set a great tone for the Knights last night in Game 1, a tremendous 4 innings. Didn't get the win, but that's no big deal. It was a win. Lefties coming up here in a few minutes. Joey, first of all, nice to meet you. It was a pleasure to watch you work. You filled up the zone. You threw it all working for you last night.
Yeah, I mean, I had really good fastball location right off the bat. I mean, didn't really throw that many off speed last night because, I mean, they couldn't really.
Since you were fastball heavy, and if it's working, stay with it. But what else is in your repertoire, and maybe what are you working on?
I have a slider that's also kind of around there, about 82.
Okay. Are those pitches ones you feel good about, the command you have, or are you
definitely using it to work on my changeup? I mean, it has good movement. I just gotta be more confident with it and make it a strike more often, just continuing that.
Joey Gartrell, my guest. You mentioned Portland. I looked at your numbers. I may have even seen you pitch against Oregon State. I can't remember. Bear it out. How did you feel about the transition from high school to playing baseball in a good league and in a good program?
Know that I had good enough stuff and kind of go out there with that you're better than the batters and just kind of trust yourself.
Was that the biggest part of that, more mental than physical?
So you just got to have the right mentality.
Joey Gartrell, my guest. The opportunity to come here and pitch for the Corvallis Knights. Tell me a little.
So my Portland coaches kind of set it up. I mean, Portland and the Corvallis Knights have a really great relationship together. And you're always learning, you're always working hard. I mean, we're here to win and we're here to develop. So
it's been good for you.
It's been really great. I love it here.
I'm really proud of Sean to get a Division I opportunity. He came out of Canby. You guys didn't really cross paths that much. But what is the baseball community?
It's really good. Like, you have really great relationships growing up. I mean, it's really tight-knit community. You know everybody. And, I mean, they always make you...
The rest of the summer. Was last night an example of maybe how the season, the rest of the way, may play out? Will the pitch count ramp up a little bit? You look like you...
Yeah, so Portland, I mean, my goal here this summer is to get used to starting. They want to hopefully make me into a weekend starter next year. So hopefully that pitch count's going to go a little bit extended. But, yeah, it just depends on the way the game's going.
Are you looking forward to getting back into a weekend rotation? I mean, I think you appeared in 25. Is your mentality, though, more would you like to be a weekend starter?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's always my goal is to be that starter. So.
Well, I look forward more for you, Joey. It was fun to watch you pitch last night. Thanks for taking time. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I bring Joey Gartrell to a close. Then, I shouldn't say as always. Occasionally you see a 6:35 first pitch. But Matthew Egger has completed his warm-up tosses at 6:30. Like to have taken prior to the start of tonight's ball game. We'll have to wait. We'll have plenty of opportunity ahead on this Saturday, the 2nd of July, for us mini bat night. And ready to go, Matthew Egger. completed his warm-up tosses with Luca behind to right field, base hit. So a good start for Port Angeles, trying to pick itself up after the 11-1 drubbing last night. The batter. I was able to get down and ask a few questions about pronunciations. The one bit of information I wasn't able to ascertain as to whether Will is any relation to the outstanding journalist, the late Bill Moeffler from the Oregonian for many years. The name being Will, the fact that we're in the Pacific Northwest. Will Moeffler's mom, I learned, is the women's golf coach at the University of Washington. Moeffler swings and hits the second pitch of the game into center field for a base hit, and then overrunning the ball, Jonah Advincula in center field for an error, allowing Adam Paganelli to go to third. So this ball game is not off to a winning start for the Knights. 2 pitches, 2 hits, and an error on Advincula. A rare mistake on Jonah's part out in center. A routine single to center field, and Jonah coming in on the ball just simply took a swipe at the ball with his glove and whiffed it. And he was able to touch it enough to slow it down, so true disaster did not occur. But the ball did go behind him, enabling Paganelli to take third. So 2 pitches, 2 hits. Riley Parker, the batter. First and third, nobody out. Ager delivers, and he misses with a breaking ball, ball 1 to Riley. 1-0 the count. So that is something I hope to ascertain tomorrow before our 7:05 start from Will Moeffler about whether there's any relationship to the late and outstanding journalist Bill. The 1-0 pitch popped up to shallow left field. A tough sun for Titus Dimitru, and then Jonah Advincula overruns the ball in left center field. Paganelli comes down the line to score, and it's 1-0 Lefties. It was clear that Titus Dimitru in center did not have clear vision of the ball coming in, shielding the sun with his glove. And then Jonah Advincula coming into shallow left center into the picture overran the ball. And that's going to be an error on Advincula, or a base hit, I'm not sure. Well, it is the second error on Jonah Advincula in the inning. That may be equal to the number he's had all season, if any. I'm going to double-check that here in a moment, but I don't believe I've seen an error by a Knights outfielder in any of the home games yet this year on consecutive plays, but we do here. It's an error on Advincula. And that follows an error on Jonah on the base hit up the middle. Port Angeles, which scored a run last night in the 9th inning to avert a shutout, has a run on the board in the 1st inning tonight. Ethan Floodstrom to bunts foul. The strike 1 pitch to the left-hand hitting Ethan taken just outside. The count 1-1. Ethan Floodstrom, the hitter, has sacrificed on the 2022 season once. He's not bunting here. Fastball dropped by Luca DiPaolo, but the pitch taken for a strike. The count 1-2. A total of 4 sacrifice hits for Port Angeles. The Knights have 6. The Lefties with a run here in the top of the 1st inning. 2 errors in the 1st. The right-hander Ager's breaking ball bounces. Nice block by Luca DiPaolo, who just joined the team this week in the series against Springfield. Two and two the count to Ethan Floodstrom, with Moeffler at second, Parker at first, and a run in. Ager's 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down. Ball 3. 3-2. Matthew Ager out of Foothill High School in Pleasanton, collegiate baseball freshman, All-America. And Matthew Ager in a little bit of trouble here, not all of his own making, delivers the 3-2 pitch, and that one is on him. Ball 4. The first 2 pitches of the game, base hits, 2 errors on consecutive batters, a walk to load him up. So Port Angeles, which was out of the game almost hopelessly in the 1st inning last night, when they went down 1-2-3 and the Knights came back in the bottom of the 1st and scored 5. The Lefties determined to write a different kind of story tonight. They've already scored a run. They have the bases loaded with nobody out for Weston Penninger, who swings and fouls one into the netting back of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Matthew, a collegiate baseball freshman All-America at UC Santa Barbara, Egger making his second start, his 5th overall appearance. Comes set with the sacks full, delivers and misses away with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. 9 hits allowed coming in, 2 runs both earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts in 7 innings, a record of 0-1, an earned run average of 2.57. 1-0 Lefties, bases loaded, nobody out. Matthew to the plate, big breaking ball, misses high, ball 2, 2-1. Weston Penninger, the hitter, at first base batting 5th. Anthony Kadoma batting 6th at second base. Mason Persons hitting 7th at third. Ben Steck, former Beaver, batting 8th and catching. Jesh Leckie hitting 9th in right field. The pitch on the way to Penninger, swung out and missed, and that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base hits on the first 2 pitches of the game, a couple of errors, and Port Angeles in business, leading 1-0. Egger's 2-2 fastball, check swing up and in, and the count goes full to 3-2. Zane Petty will be getting the start for Port Angeles, a freshman at Texas Tech, and he'll have at least a 1-run lead to take with him. The 3-2 pitch, fastball, swung on and missed, strike 3. Excellent pitch by Matthew Egger. A rough start for the Knights in a variety of ways, but that's a big out in that it keeps the double play in order to get out of the inning with only 1 run on the board. Anthony Kadoma, the hitter. Kadoma at the plate, the left-handed hitter. And Anthony will try to make sure that the Lefties don't squander a huge opportunity here in the bottom of the first. First pitch misses a little bit low, ball 1. It appears we will have a very stingy zone tonight from the home plate umpire. And that's never good. I mean, never good. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. The 1-0 pitch is high, ball 2, 2-0. Matthew Egger and Luca DiPaolo, the battery for the Knights. Brady Lavoie at first, getting some work in at first base where San Diego State wants him to play. The 2-0 pitch is high, ball 3, 3-0. Brady Lavoie at first, Xander Darby at second, Spencer Scott at short, Timo Becerra at third. In the outfield, Titus Dumitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Logan Johnstone in right. Egger, with a count of 3 balls and no strikes with a run in and the bases full, comes to the plate, ball 4 to force in a run. And the Port Angeles Lefties lead it 2-0 on the bases loaded walk to Kadoma. The first pitch of the sequence told you that it wasn't necessarily going to go well. When it appeared Egger had thrown a strike, it was called ball 1, and the battle was on. Here comes Bo Kearns out to the mound to talk to Egger. With the Knights trailing here from the get-go 2-0. The head coach for Port Angeles, the manager, is Matt Greeley. Carlos Ramirez is the third base coach. He calls the offense from there. Anthony Murillo coaches first base. And Matt Greeley, the head coach, handles most of the pitching decisions. In fact, all of the pitching stuff, delegates the offense to Coach Ramirez at third. Carlos conferring with Mason Persons before Mason steps in. Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 runs in. Bo Kearns has had his say. Matthew Egger to the plate, and the first pitch is hooked down the left field line in the corner, a foul ball. Well, no, they call it fair. That ball was foul. That ball was foul. 2 runs are in. The throw to the plate, safe. The ball was foul. That was a foul ball and a very late call by the home plate umpire. A late call and a bad call. Late and bad. Bad combination. That thing was foul. He gave no signal when the ball first hit, and then it occurred to him, I guess I better call something, and he made the wrong call. 3-run score on a double, and the Knights trail at 5-0. Brooke Knight out to talk to the person who just made a late and bad call. A disastrous first inning for the Corvallis Knights. Now, I'm not sure what Brooke Knight hopes to get out of this in getting the umpires together, because the base umpire has no shot at overturning the call. He didn't have a good look at it. So getting the umpires together isn't going to make any difference. At least it shouldn't. The base umpire had no shot to make the call on that. But it's too bad because that ball hooked in the corner and it was foul. And it's 5-0. Whoa, wait a minute. Are they going to call it a foul ball after all? If so, it's the right call, but I can't believe it. Matt Greeley comes out to argue, and I don't blame him. I mean, he made the call. It was wrong, but there is no way that the base umpire could have seen that it was wrong from where he was. And that means that instead of a bases clearing double, the hitter, Mason Persons, will come back to the plate, and the runners will all return to the bases. And instead of a 5-0 deficit, it remains 2-0. And Matt Greeley, I think, is just arguing, how do you, if you made the call, how do you go out and ask a guy who's not in position to make a call? And so the runners will all return to the bases, and Matt Greeley can't believe it, and I really can't either. As adamant as I was that the umpire was wrong, he did make the call fair ball. Now, unless it occurred to him, well, now that I have a chance to think about it, I was wrong. It was foul, and maybe he was not definitive in his signal early on. I don't know how in the world that gets overturned. It's the right call, so in the long run, this is perhaps justice being served, but I don't blame Matt Greeley for being quite upset about the overturn of the fair ball that cleared the bases. That was the call initially. And instead of the Knights trailing 5-0, the count to Mason Persons, who has to come back to the plate and put on his protective padding and try it again, will come up with a count of no balls and 1 strike and 3 runs taken off the board. Riley Parker back to third, Ethan Floodstrom to second, Anthony Kadoma back to first. And a chance now for Matthew Egger through it all to get out of it cheaply enough. Instead of down 5-0, it's still 2-0. No balls and a strike to Mason Persons. The double play still in order to try to get out of it. Wow, what a break for the Knights in that a call I never expected to get overturned was. The strike 1 breaking ball from Egger misses away, and the count 1-1. Haven't seen that happen very often in the history of calling games, where even though the right call ends up being made, you don't see it done in that fashion very often. The 1-1 breaking ball appeared to be a strike. Luca DiPaolo dropped the pitch, and the umpire calls ball 2. Luca didn't give the home plate umpire a chance to look at it. 2-1 the count to Mason Persons. Ben Steck on deck for Port Angeles. The 2-1 pitch is flied to right field. Logan Johnstone the catch. Tagging is Parker. The throw on a hop is up the line and not in time. And Mason Persons gets 1 run batted in, if not 3, and it is a 3-0 lead for Port Angeles. An unearned run, Riley Parker coming in to score. And the batter will be Ben Steck. Ben began his career collegiately out of Jackson High School in Mill Creek, Washington, at Oregon State. And Ben has moved on, getting an opportunity now at Santa Clara. A fly ball to shallow right field. Moving in is Logan Johnstone to make the catch. The inning is over. A bizarre one, to be sure. Ben Steck went to Everett Community College and has now gotten an opportunity down the road at Santa Clara. 3 runs in the inning. The Knights also allowing 2 base hits. There were 2 errors and 2 left. A bizarre start to this Saturday night at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Port Angeles Lefties 3, the Knights coming up on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 54.
Replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's Hybrid warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs.
Hey, Garrett, what my hope is when we don't get those first two pregame breaks in, make this a 2-minute break here, a 2-minute break, and make up the extra spots here so we don't have to hang around in the postgame afterwards, if that makes any sense. I'll try to get them in with extra long breaks. So let's do it that way.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
1240 Joe Radio.
3-0, Port Angeles, as we go to the bottom of the first inning. A great start for the Lefties, trying to bounce back from the 11-1 loss last night. They just missed an opportunity to be up 5 runs. The Knights catching a bit of a break with an overturned call by the umpiring crew of what appeared to be a bases-loaded double driving in 3. At least that was what was up on the board. And so the Knights go to work down 3 here in the bottom of the first inning. And the first batter for the Knights is Jonah Advincula. 2 errors in the top of the inning on Jonah, so you know he's hungry to try to get a base hit. First pitch from Zane Petty misses to Jonah, and the 1-0 offering is high and inside. Nearly got a piece of Advincula. Ball 2, 2-0. Jonah starting the night at .340 with 5 runs batted in, second on the club to Tyler Quinn in batting average. Zane Petty's 2-0 pitch misses for ball 3, 3-0. Zane making his 4th start, 9 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs both earned, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, a record of 0-1, an earned run average of 2.79. He delivers a strike to Advincula. Jonah leading off in center. Awaits the 3-1 pitch from Zane Petty. Low and inside. Ball 4. So the Knights intent on trying to come right back and respond to the opening 3-run shot in the top of the first inning. The 3-run frame for the Port Angeles Lefties. Spencer Scott coming to the plate. Spencer must have a lot of family and friends making the trip down from Portland tonight. He always gets a nice ovation. He's a popular player, but it was louder than usual this evening. The first pitch to Spencer misses outside, ball 1. And if Sean Weiss gets into the ball game tonight, his ovation, as always, will be loud and enthusiastic, but even greater tonight in that Sean is celebrating his 21st birthday, and we expect to see him at some point in this ball game tonight. A throw to first base driving Jonah Advincula back to the bag. Zane Petty out of Corsicana, Texas, and Texas Tech University incoming freshman. He began his career at McLennan Community College in Waco. The 1-0 pitch missing for ball 2, 2-0 to Spencer Scott. Petty walking Advincula to open the inning. Now behind the count, 2 balls and no strikes to Spencer, with the Knights trailing 3-0. Zane Petty to the plate, high and inside, ball 3, 3-0. Eli Kennel in the designated hitter slot on deck. The cleanup hitter at first base, Brady Lavoie. Xander Darby batting 5th at second base. Titus Dimitru hitting 6th and left. The 3-0 pitch is a strike, and the count 3-1. Batting 7th for the Knights in right field, Logan Johnstone. Hitting 8th and catching, Luca DiPaolo. Batting 9th at third base, Timo Becerra. Matt Ager has already worked the top of the first inning. 3 runs for the Port Angeles Lefties. The 3-1 pitch to Scott, sprayed foul towards Casey Corner. in the right field corner. The count goes to 3-2. Eli Kennel next. Brooke Knight in his 14th season, coaching at third. Associate head coach Ed Nags coaching at first base. Jonah Advincula, a leadoff walk held on by Weston Penninger. The 3-2 pitch to Spencer Scott is dunked into right center field for a base hit. Advincula round second. He'll go to third. Adam Paganelli gets the ball back in. But the Knights coming right back to put pressure on Port Angeles in the bottom of the first inning. Trailing 3-0. The Knights now have runners at first and third and nobody out for designated hitter Eli Kennel. On a cool, partly cloudy evening, breezy, fans have already gone to their second layer, and I see a few blankets in here, a lot of hoodies. It's going to get cool early tonight, already has. The Knights, though, trying to heat it up. Still plenty of sunshine. Breezes blowing out to left center. Jonah Advincula at third. Spencer Scott at first. Eli Kennel, the hitter. Eli takes a strike. Eli, the team leader in runs batted in with 15, hitting .292 with 3 home runs. Only Kiko Romero has more. One more with 4. Kiko getting the night off. The strike one pitch down and in, backhanded by Ben Steck. And the count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Zane Petty and Steck the battery. Weston Penninger at first. Anthony Kadoma at second for the Lefties. Riley Parker at shortstop. Mason Persons at third. Ethan Floodstrom in left. Adam Paganelli in center. And Jesh Leckie in right. Fastball to Eli Kennel misses inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Coach Knight laying out a sign in the third base coaching box. Bright sunshine prevailing at the moment. A tough sun field thus for Ethan Floodstrom in left. Advincula at third, Scott at first, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch to Eli, swung on and missed, and the count is even at 2-2. 3:30 down both lines here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. 365 to the power alleys. 400 feet to straightaway center. Zane Petty comes set. The 2-2 pitch to Eli hits slowly towards the shortstop. Parker steps on second for 1 and throws to first for the double play. No RBI thus for Kennel. On the play, Advincula does score, but a 6-3 double play ball perhaps takes the Knights out of a potential big inning. 3-1. And coming to the plate will be Brady Lavoie with 2 outs and nobody on. Lavoie, a right-handed hitter, and heading home. San Diego State bound. We talked to Brady about that a couple of nights ago down in good old Springfield, Oregon at Hamlin Sports Complex. The pitch on the way to Lavoie. He swings and fouls it straight back. Brady playing first base tonight. Kiko Romero getting a rare night off. I asked Brady how much first base he had played. He said, not a lot. But he said San Diego State has an opening at first, and they'd love to see him get some work at the position. He swings and hits one slowly to third, barehanded by Mason Persons, and Mason saves the throw. Lavoie is aboard with a scratch single, and Xander Darby will come to the plate. 3-1 Port Angeles here in the bottom of the first inning, with Darby stepping up, hoping to take advantage of the infield single. Xander Darby out of UC Santa Barbara. The left-handed hitter at 225 takes the fastball from Petty high and away. No homers and 7 runs batted in. Lavoie, the runner at first, 3 for 3 in stolen bases. He's held on by Penninger. 1-0 to Darby. Xander takes low and inside. Ball 2, 2-0. 3-1 Port Angeles, the middle game of the 3-game series, the finale tomorrow night. 4th of July Eve in the annual fireworks show. 7:05, a huge crowd expected. Get here early. The game starts at 7:05. And the fireworks show presented by Oregon State Credit Union, one of the big hits in the summer calendar here in the Mid-Valley right after the game. Darby lofts one. Wind pushing it a little bit, And in fair territory over to backhanded is Ethan Bloodstrom, with the wind kind of keeping it fair. Bloodstrom does a nice job to go get it, and the Knights settle for a run in the bottom of the first inning on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 1, the 50-50 raffle going on, by the way, and we hope that you will get your 50-50 raffle tickets. I've gotten mine in support of the Albany Youth Orchestra, grades 3 through 12. There were 35 tonight that played our national anthem. They have over 120 in the program, so we hope that you can support the 50-50 raffle here this evening in support of the outstanding work done at the Albany Youth Orchestra. The director, Isaac Andrew, did a great job conducting the 35 kids performing the anthem before the game. After 1, Port Angeles 3, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Taste the incredible
We'll make this one a 90
Evergreen
since I
Indian
talk so much
restaurant.
there
Enjoy
between
delicious
90
made-to-order
seconds here.
Indian
Thank
cuisine
you.
using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian Restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd in downtown Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene. Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
Do you ever experience headaches, or how about back pain? Here at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves
Might have
to
to
live a
bring
life
me
without
right
pain.
back. They're
Our
starting
doctors
up.
will get
Make
to
it a
the root of
60
your
and bring
condition
me
and
right
create a
back. We'll
custom
make it up
treatment
as we
plan
go.
to help
Bring
you
me
get
back
back to
after
living
this,
the best
please.
version of your life. Our patients
you.
often say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
1240 Joe Radio.
The first pitch of the top of the second inning, a ground ball to the right of Xander Darby, under Xander's glove and into center field. Base hit. A little disturbing deja vu. Not quite as disturbing as what Denzel experienced in a film of the same name, but disturbing nevertheless. In that last inning, the first 2 pitches of the inning were hit for singles, and now Lecky goes and no throw from Luca DiPaolo, and Port Angeles is looking like the Corvallis Knights tonight, quite frankly, with their attack, punishing the baseball. First pitch single, Lecky on a first pitch stolen base into scoring position at second. The pitch missing to Adam Paganelli, who swung at the first pitch of the game and singled to right. 3-1 Lefties, top of the second inning. Matthew Egger from the stretch, a bunt to the left of the mound. Egger backhands, picks it up, and throws to first in time. The sacrifice, though, well executed, just the 5th of the season for the Lefties. Paganelli gets it done, moving Josh Lecky to third. 1 away, and Will Moeffler, the batter, will hit the second pitch of the game for a base hit to center field. He ended up scoring 1 of the 3 runs in the top of the first. Good crowd on hand tonight on Starker Forest night at the ballpark. 3-1 Port Angeles looking to add on. Good breaking ball from Matthew. A strike in the count 0-1. Egger and Luca DiPaolo, the battery for the Knights, with Brady Lavoie at first, Xander Darby at second, Spencer Scott at short, Timo Becerra at third, Titus Dimitru in left, Jonah Advincula in center, Logan Johnstone in right. The strike 1 pitch hit sharply on a hop to Scott, who was playing back. Spencer concedes the run, throws to first to get the out. 2 down, an RBI ground out, who pushed the lead back to 3 at 4-1 here in the top of the second. Riley Parker, the hitter. Tough play for Jonah Advincula, who eventually missed it and dropped it for an error, at least had the ball drop in front of him. Here, Parker hits one right at Jonah, perfectly positioned to reach up, shield the sun a bit, and make the catch, and that's that. But that was quick work on the part of Port Angeles to get another run. A base hit, a stolen base, a sacrifice, and a ground out. And at the end of 1.5, Port Angeles 4, the Knights 1, back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather shirts, sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em
Today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones.
A Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair, security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resource. 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
Titus Dimitru, Logan Johnstone, Luca DiPaolo, bottom of the second. 2-1 the count to Titus, who swung towards the corner to even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dimitru. With the Knights trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Had the pleasure of visiting with Titus's father, Daniel, before the ball game. Daniel Dimitru is here to watch his son play with the Knights. The 2-2 pitch fouled at the plate. The count 2-2. Titus's mother, Natalie, is in France as we speak with her 17-year-old daughter, Monica, Titus's brother. Daniel shared this information with me before the game. The 2-2 pitch to Dimitru in the turf, ball 3-2. So Daniel here, and a great story for the Dimitru family. Daniel moved here from Romania in 1993. The 3-2 pitch to Titus, a towering fly ball into left field. Ethan Floodstrom having to fight the wind and the sun, but is able to stay with it and make the catch. Nice job by Ethan. One away, and Logan Johnstone will come to the plate. So Daniel Dimitru, coming here at the age of 13 from Romania in 1993, subsequently met his wife, Natalie, when Natalie was living in Yamhill, and here we are in 2022. Titus Dimitru, a member of Lynn Benton's outstanding program of Andy Peterson, part of the NWAC championship, went to Sam Barlow High School. Good for them. Logan Johnstone taking the first pitch high, the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike to the Knights right fielder. 1-1 the count. Zane Petty to the Apollo on deck. 4-1 Port Angeles in the bottom of the second. The 2-1 pitch to Logan, 286 with 13 runs batted in. Logan Johnstone standing in at 256, takes the 3-1 pitch. A little low for ball 4. Sure that our home plate umpire would have called that a strike, as I said early, with Matthew Egger on the stingy side. Logan Johnstone drawing the wound. I hope he enjoys the Big Ten. DiPaolo, right-hand hitting catcher. Still very difficult to get my mind around. Breaking ball to Luca high. That's not heading into his sophomore season with the USC Trojans and traveling everywhere except to Eugene, Piscataway, Happy Valley, Columbus. I mean, it doesn't seem right, does it? On the way to Luca, foul back in the count 1-1. 4-1 Port Angeles, bottom of the second. The 1-1 pitch to Luca, high ball to the Sports for USC and UCLA. Will do the best they can with what will be incredible travel challenges within the Big Ten footprint. In football, because of the monumental nature of football trips and games and charter flights and a quick in and out sort of thing. Although I imagine the way to Apollo, a ground ball to Kadoma. He goes to Riley Parker for one and on to first for an inning-ending double play. 2 club tonight than the one that the Knights drubbed last night, 11-1. Through 2, Port Angeles 4, the Knights 1. Back in
Campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. Specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 20th.
And the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Volks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10.
Fisher Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if it can help, give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is
1240 Joe Radio.
Ethan Floodstrom, Weston Penninger, and Anthony Kadoma coming up for the Port Angeles. Matthew Wager delivers a first pitch, which is not whacked somewhere for a base hit. On appeal, no swing on the check swing by Floodstrom, who walked, safely hit, single to right and a single to center. And now the 1-0 pitch is a grounder to short, backhanded by Scott, gets up and throws him out. Up in a hurry and makes the play of the night. Wow. Great job by Spencer. Had to get to the ball first and foremost. One away, and Weston Penninger, who struck out in the first, the batter. Matthew Ager kicks and delivers, pulled foul past the balls in one strike. The youngsters, part of the Albany Youth Orchestra family, walking through the stands here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, selling those 50. 1-0 slider from Matthew, just missed. DePaulo kind of a double take when the home punts and throwing back to his battery mate. The 1-1 breaking ball misses inside. Ball 2, 2-1 to Weston Penninger of Howard College and from Flower Mound, Texas. The 2-1 pitch, sprayed foul past. Casey Corner, of course, named for the legendary Oregon State head baseball coach, who had his own corner with the Portland. A two-hopper to Xander Darby. He looks it in at second base and throws Penninger out. 2 down, and Anthony Kadoma, who walked in the first, will come to the plate. I had the opportunity to call the Portland Beavers games in '87 when Pat was a member of the Portland Beavers, and when he played left field, the Pirates had Kiner's corner in left field. Had 7 consecutive 40 home run seasons, which Mace Stadium in Portland back in the day, and then in my interviews with Pat through the years, we would go into Casey's corner for the conversation. Kadoma fouling the first pitch away down the left field, and so the third permutation through the years becomes Casey corner in right. A silhouette of Pat holding, he's lifted 3. 2 balls and a strike to Anthony Kadoma, 4-1 Port Angeles. The 2-1 pitch missing high from Matthew. Walked 2 in the first inning. He's now behind to Kadoma, whom he walked in the first, with a count of 3 balls and 1 strike. Off to the left over the upper grandstand, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The lefties 3 in the freeze even. The 3-2 pitch swung on and hit foul again by Kadoma. Nice job by Anthony, spoiling the possible out pitch. Mason Persons on deck. The Knights' lone run coming in the first. The Knights have hit into double plays in each of the first 2 innings. Their hands to Brady Lavoie at first. The inning is over. Ager, a solid 1-2-3 frame. We go to the bottom of the third. Go here, go 2 here this time to get caught up. 2.
Sandals, hats, even summer suits and sport coats for those special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirts. The Natty Dresser, purveyors of quality menswear. Now open, mind success.
I just got home from a fishing trip to find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it, so she went ahead, put out to use the equipment. The patio looks great. Now she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental. Next to Landmark Realty, walk out Philomath Rental.
Taste the incredible flavors of India at Evergreen Indian Restaurant. Enjoy delicious made-to-order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes, and the restaurant is open for takeout orders from 11:30 to 2:30 p.m. and open for dine-in and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order Corvallis and West 7th in Eugene, Evergreen Indian Restaurant.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 champions too. Does your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your games, the strategy you need for tax planning and saving for your financial future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's
bottom of the third inning, 4-1 Port Angeles. Timo Becerra with a count of 2 balls and no strikes. Zane Petty delivers and gets a strike. 2-1 to Timo. Jonah Advincula on deck. Riley Parker. 1 away in the bottom of the third. Becerra starting the night at $179 and hits a line drive for an out. Eventually scored the Knights' lone run. That was in the first inning. Good crowd on hand tonight here on Starker Forest night. First pitch to Jonah is stop by their office in Corvallis for a free recreation permit to hike, bike, or hunt on Starker Forest land. Starker Forest Corvallis Knights. Advincula takes strike 2 from Zane Petty. The 0-2 pitch, a check swing down on the turf. On appeal, no swing, says the first base umpire. The night at 3:40. Here with 1 out and nobody on. Swings and misses. Strike 3. 2 innings. Won't need one here in the third. Spencer Scott, the batter. Spencer singled to center field, giving the Knights a first and third and nobody out situation. And that's when Zane Petty went to work. Group of about 15 or 20 above the Jack Riley concourse on the third base side behind the Knights dugout, cheering every move that Spencer has made. At a 1-0 pitch and hits it high in the air to left field. Ethan Floodstrom backs up with the wind pushing it a little bit, but stays with it to make the catch. It's a quick 1-2-3 frame. Down 4, the Knights won on 1240 Joe Radio.
For auto glass solutions, better call a glass man. Call 541-760.
Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For auto glass solutions, better call a glass man.
The Corvallis Knights are champions, having won 5 straight West Coast Baseball League titles. And the team at Tax and Wealth Management in 6 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Their team has the strategy you need for tax planning. 41753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
Mow, dig, haul, easy. Is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today.
Is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 3 and 2 hits and 2 errors. The first pitch in the fourth to Mason Persons. Misses outside from Matthew Egger. The 1-0 fastball, a strike, and the count 1-1. Mason Persons, Ben Steck, and Josh Leckie against Egger. The right-hander's breaking ball misses in the turf, ball 2. Fireworks tomorrow night. It is a sellout. And it's good on Oregon State Credit Union and the Knights. The gates will open at 6 o'clock. It's a 7 way to Mason Persons, misses outside. Garrett will go on at 7 tomorrow, get a lengthy pregame show, 15 minutes. Upper slowly to third. Becerra charges, gloves, and fires to Brady Lavoie for the out. Good play by Timo. 1-0 field in his first at-bat. Ben Steck from Mill Creek, as I mentioned, in his first at-bat. His dad, Kurt, played baseball at fastball swung on and missed in the count 0-1. I'd like to know, I wish I would have ever had a chance to talk to Ben when he was briefly a Beaver. 1948 to 1971 in the American League. Ben hits one foul to the right and out of play. 0-2 the count. So that's a long career, a good umpire. Ben's great-grandfather, spanning 48 to 71 as an American League umpire. Egger delivers, breaking ball down, and the count 2-2. Ben now at Santa Clara, transferring from Everett Community College, began out. Egger kicks and comes, and it's hit foul to my right and heading toward Urchin Alley and in. That's the first active crowd on this Saturday evening. But a lot of youngsters are certainly on to the idea that the best place to get a foul ball is out in the alley. Egger to watch the ball game and just wait for their chance. There's probably 10 to 12 kids out there now, most of them with gloves on and waiting. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ben Steck. Jesh Leckie on deck, 4-1 Port Angeles in the top of the 4th inning. The Lefties trying to get this series even. Steck, a drive to the gap into right center field. It'll get between Advincula and Johnstone. Jonah chases it down. Ben pulls up at second base with a Steck, 6'2", 210. And the batter will be Jesh Leckie with the Lefties trying to add to their lead. It's 4-1. And Carver, the late short story writer, passed away back in 1988 at the age of 50. Was born in Clatskanie in Oregon. Spent his formative years in Yakima. Developed an amazing style as a short story writer in 1988. Jesh Leckie takes low, ball 1. Egger comes back with a fastball for a strike, and the count 1-1. Near there was used in the film The Hunt for Red October. A lot of the scenes were shot in that area. The one and watches the ball land 4 rows deep and then up into the stands where a fan makes a nice play and receives a well-deserved ovation. Prepared now, double for Ben Steck. They're in a rain shadow from the Olympic forest up there. Much of western Washington does receive. Gorgeous area. Breaking ball a little bit high from Egger. Ball 2, 2-2. Add to a lead that the Lefties have enjoyed from very early in this ball game. They're up 4-1 now. Ben Steck. Egger delivers, and it's swung on and hit foul on top of Dixon Reck. The Urchins looking hope. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Adam Paganelli, the leadoff hitter, on deck. 2-2 pitch, and a good job by Leckie to foul that one off and keep the at-bat alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7:15 tomorrow night, 7 o'clock air. We haven't had a chance to visit with yet. Try to get to each one of the young men during the course of the summer. The 2-2 pitch, good fastball, swung on and missed. Battle, 2 down, and Adam Paganelli to the plate. Paganelli out of Sacramento. Washington is his hometown, and I believe that it's a hometown of a former Beaver named Jared Casper. After seasons, they blend together a little bit, but am I right? Is that the home of Jared Casper? Maple Valley, Washington. I trow so. Pitch. Paganelli takes down and away. Ball 2, 2-0. Ben Steck at second. The Knights just dispatched a pitcher down to the bullpen, Jaden Harris. Good fastball. Swung on and missed, and the count 2-1. Game, then the Knights had errors on consecutive plays, a couple of walks. But Egger's stuff beginning to liven up. Had a run in the second, but Matt retired the side in order last inning. He's a strike away from getting out of a little bit of trouble here in the 4th. Ben Steck, a 1-out double. Ben still at second. Swung on and fouled straight back. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ridgefield 2 back, Bend 2 back. Portland Pickles 2.5 back. The Pickles up next for the Knights out of Dixon Rec and back down to be a playable ball. Last night, 1,535 in the ballpark. It appears as though we were expecting a good day, not a tremendous day tomorrow in terms of the weather. Ground ball back up the middle into center field, base hit. Ben Steckwell, that enables Adam Paganelli to go to second base. There's no chance to make a play at the plate. And Jonah needs to hit the cutoff man Lavoie there to run an RBI single for Paganelli. And Jonah, who has been a superb center fielder, has been having kind of a tough night of it tonight on the defensive side. No error there, but he did have 2 errors in the first and overthrows Brady Lavoie here, enabling Pag the mound. Luca DiPaolo out to visit with Matthew Ager. Spencer Scott joins the conversation as well. That gives Carlos Ramirez, the third, scored a run. And to get this series even. The Knights have lost consecutive series. Fastball up and in, swung on and missed by Mofler, tied up by it. Ager's been able to hit that spot and induce swings and misses. Paganelli, a 2-out RBI single. The Lefties lead at 5-1. Strike one, breaking ball, just misses. And again, Luca DiPaolo. And Brooke is giving the home plate umpire a little bit of business. The zone is just too tight tonight. The umpire says that's enough. And again, the umpire's right to say that's enough, but Brooke is right to say maybe a little too liberal. and again, the home plate umpire says enough. But I don't really blame Brooke. I mean, it's summer league ball. Zager has thrown have been strikes that haven't been called. The 1-2 pitch, that's chased and missed on appeal for Will Mofler to still be up there. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down and a run in. 5-1 Port Angeles in the top of the right-hander to the plate. Fastball just outside, ball 3, 3-2. Well, he is consistent, and that pitch probably was a little bit off, but not necessarily that it should be, but it's often the way the game goes. 3-2 the count now to Will Muffler with Paganelli at second to Muffler 3 times in this sequence. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 5-1 Port Angeles in the fourth. This one lands in the back row just in front of the Jack Riley concourse down the right field side. It remains 3 balls and 2. Ager, once again, will give it a try. Comes 3-2, and it's punched. Nelly scores on the base hit to center field. Will Muffler's second run batted in, and Port Angeles leads it 6-1. Knight is on his way out to the mound. That ball was not hit well. Ager made a good pitch. In fact, got that pitch up and in into the kitchen of Will Muffler, but to College. Mercer Island young man on his way to the University of Iowa and did, in fact, play in 32 games for the Hawkeyes. Tough start from Matt, and he got off to a shaky start with 3 runs in the first. He appeared to be settling in with some pretty good stuff, but falters to Jaden Harris from out of the bullpen. 6-1 Port Angeles, back in 2 on this pitching change break on 1240 Joe Radio.
Family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the guts Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups. All dine in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
It's time for the pitchers to ball. Each year, the Knights look at this time as an opportunity to win another West Coast League championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CNC. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7632 to schedule your next class. And go Knights!
Find that we had a new patio with pavers and everything. I told my wife I didn't want to do it. So she went ahead, put the plans together, and went to Philomath Rental, where she's planning more projects. Thank you, Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center, for tools and equipment for home, farm, and business.
Jaden Harris into the ballgame for the Corvallis Knights in the top of the fourth, a game dominated by the visiting Port Angeles Lefties. Here in the top of the fourth, Jaden Harris summoned to face Riley Parker. Parker aboard on an error and then flied to center field, trying to get the series even and render tomorrow night's game before a sellout crowd here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field a rubber match. The Knights have had they're down in this one 6-1. There goes Will Muffler. The throw to second dropped by Xander Darby. Muffler holds on. Then the out would be, I think, recorded. But Xander not able to squeeze the baseball. Muffler scoring position. Riley Parker looks for an RBI with a count of 1-0. Jaden Harris back to the plate. Fastball for a strike. Looking for the run batted in here. Young man out of Snohomish and Cal State San Bernardino. Snohomish is Luca DiPaolo. A wild pitch sending Muffler to third. Decidedly uncharacteristic night for the Corvallis Knights. Just the nature of the game tonight. The Knights have not been sharp defensively, and they've been limited to a run and 2 hits at the plate. 2 balls and a shot and missed. 2-2 the count. Harris coming off a strong start in his last outing. He's gone 10 2/3 innings on the year. A record of 1-0 and an ERA of 2.53. Delivers a 2-2 fastball a little bit low. It's nigh unto impossible to get a strike called in the postage stamp type zone that we're seeing this evening. Even a forever stamp, some of the bigger ones, it's more. Speared by Becerra, going to his knees and throws to first for the out to retire the side. Nice play by both of us. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Lefties 6, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important. Advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals, and we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable KubotaLC.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com. Locally owned. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showrooms from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
Eli Kennel to lead things off for the Knights, who trail it 6-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Eli hopes to Eli takes inside from Zane Petty, ball 1-0. The 1-0 pitch chased and missed. By the way, when Jaden Harris came in, that pitching change, cleaning, maintenance, renovation, and landscaping. Relax, we've got the bases covered. All Pro Property Services. Find them on Facebook. The 1-2 pitch to fourth, 6-1 Port Angeles. Eli, Brady Lavoie, and Xander Darby against Zane Petty. Zane to the plate, fastball away, and Eli grounding into a double play in the first. On the play, Jonah Advincula scored. No RBI for Eli, but that is the play that got the Knights on the board. The Lefties, 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. They lead it 6-1. That foul ball landing closer to Waldo way, and I swings and fouls it at the plate. The count remains 3-2 to the incoming freshman at Oregon State out of Santiam Christian. Petty delivers, breaking ball up and away, ball 4. Precisely what the Knights need. A lead by the batter, the third walk issued by Zane Petty. Zane has 1 strikeout. The Knights have only gotten 2 base hits, single. Out of the stretch works Zane, the right-hander to the plate, and a ball dunked toward shallow right by shallowly, and was able to come on and get to the ball in a hurry for an out. Xander Darby, the batter. Xander 6-1. Port Angeles in front. The Knights have been a little hot and cold of late, as you know. I mean, losing 2 games to Springfield, 3 trail this one 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Xander takes high and away, ball 1, 1-0. Young man out of Palo Alto High School. Way to grab it is Ethan Floodstrom for the second out near the entrance of the Jacoby Ellsbury clubhouse. 2 down. At 241 showed some pop with 7 home runs. He fouls out here. Titus Dimitru, the batter. In the second inning, the leadoff walk to Eli Kennel, but the Knights haven't done anything with it yet. Eli draws a throw and gets back. Zane Petty's pitched a good ball game. Set. And again fires over to first, and Eli Kennel back to the bag. The Knights trailing 6-1. Eli is 4 for 5 in stolen bases. Petty delivers a high pop foul. Coming over is Ben out on the third base side. No balls and a strike to Titus Dimitru. 7:15 tomorrow night for the first pitch. Credit Union immediately following the game will be on the air at 7 for our pregame show. The Knights and Port Angeles in a game that in the count 1-1 to Titus Dimitru. Breeze is continuing to blow out to left center field on the 1-1 pitch. Petty delivers down and away with another breaking ball. Ball 2, 2-1. Logan Johnstone, the on-deck inning has ensued. 2 down. Zane from the stretch throws over to first, and Petty is out on a pickoff play. Eli Kennel, or from Brook Knight, at least not now. Kennel comes back kind of shaking his head, and Brook Knight is more to the point with the Knights down 5 runs. Eli straying a little bit too far, and Petty able to pick Kennel off. So the Knights are gone here in the bottom of the. Zane Petty faces the minimum. Through 4. 40 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions. Having won 5 straight West Coast baseball leagues, need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, future. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
Katie Albin at Albin's Plumbing in Corvallis. Cultured marble is an affordable way to get the look of marble, and the best part is no grout lines, affordable and easy to maintain. Come by our show.
Plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282. Albin's Plumbing.
Just made to order Indian cuisine using traditional recipes and fresh ingredients, including a variety of entrees and tandoori specials. Evergreen Indian and takeout from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily except Tuesdays. View the menu and order online at evergreenindianrestaurant.com on Southwest 3rd and downtown.
1240 Joe Radio.
Jaden Harris in the 5th going to work on Ethan Floodstrom, who fouls the first pitch to the left and out of play. Jaden over the top for a count and a half by Luca DiPaolo. It's just, for whatever reason, the home plate umpire doesn't want to expedite the game. And ball 2-1. I mean, it almost looks as though he's trying to establish a major league type strike zone on a summer league game on July 2nd of 2022. And he's hearing about it. The administration of the zone the other way. The 2-1 pitch, a line drive in the sun, caught by Spencer Scott. Great play by ball. Came to his glove. He kind of had to duck and hope that the ball would land into his glove and the webbing, and it did. But luck is the residue, was fond of quoting. And that there was a design, certainly, and a slight bit of luck, too. Now here's some luck involved in the game of baseball, and that's baseball, too. Penninger fights off a good pitcher's pitch and dunks it into center field for the 7th hit of the night for the Port Angeles first. And was thrown out on a good play by Matthew Ager in the 3rd. The Knights out of the stretch works Jaden Harris. Delivers a bunt to the left of the mound. Harris comes off, bare hands, throws to first in time. Now a hit. 2 down on the play. Penninger into second, and Mason Persons, who's had a sacrifice fly and grounded to third. But Jaden Harris showing some quickness, some real athletic ability to get to the ball bare hand and throw a strike to Brady Lavoie. Jaden, fastball misses, low and inside, ball 1-0. I have given up all hope that we'll see a close pitch called a strike. And again, this umpire may be right in the overall scheme of things in terms of the administration of his zone. But in summer league games across this, go to first off the mid of Lavoie, but he throws to the plate, and the tag is made on Weston Penninger at the plate, and the inning is over. Scott made a good, Brady able to take a swipe at the ball, keep it in front of him, and Penninger trying to score from second base. Good note, 6-3-2 on the out on Penninger. So Jaden Harris and Spencer Scott, 4.5. It's still Port Angeles 6 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's Hybrid Battery Warranty Extension before it fails and get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany, online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Downward dogs like the hangover helper or double trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches, and breakfast is served until 2. The food are in handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus. Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, near the OSU campus in Corvallis, Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
Lefties inheriting a 6-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Paddock's had a good summer. Liam is making his 7th of 8 walks, but 17 strikeouts in 11 1/3, a record of 3-0, an earned run average of 2.38. The home plate umpire moves the Knights' on-deck hitter a couple of feet into the on-deck circle as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It says Logan Johnstone. Now, that's where the on-deck hitter is supposed to be, in the on-deck circle, but how often do you see that enforced? Maybe once or twice. Ball 2-0. Johnstone was a couple of steps out of the on-deck circle, and the home plate umpire motioned him to get into the circle. I'm glad Brooke Knight is at the box at first base. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 2-1 to Dimitru, who was at the plate when Eli Kennel was picked off to end the 4th. Odd stretch position, delivers. It's a 2-hopper to Mason Persons, the third baseman. And Dimitru, who had flied to left in his stone, will come to the plate. Still rather bemused by the on-deck scenario, so I was watching a little bit more of that and Johnstone and the on-deck mechanics closely on the first pitch. But on the 2-1 offering to Dimitru, he comes set and then quickly turns his body. Oh, he delivers a first pitch strike. A lot of herk and jerk and just an odd kind of motion. It's like he comes set twice and delivers to Johnstone, who swings, and it's been effective for Port Angeles this summer. He kind of rolls his arms around in front, takes the sign from behind the glove, and then seems to come set twice. Have a tendency to move on that spectrum. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Logan Johnstone. Paddock to the plate, good breaking ball. It's a good question. That's a good question, kid. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is unbelievable tonight. I don't want Logan Johnstone to strike out. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ball to right field. Moving in is Jesh Leckie to make the catch. 2 down. And Luca DiPaolo, the batter. Mike Hargrove got thrown out of a game complaining on balls and strikes when Jim Wilson was a batter. Wilson was a batter in a spring training, really helpful to his own pitcher. The first pitch to Luca DiPaolo misses high and away, ball 1. There had been an emphasis on expanding this. Jim was called a strike, and Hargrove managing for the other team. His pitcher threw the strike. Jim Wilson took it. It was called a strike, and Hargrove said, oh, so the pitcher who had a strike called. The 1-1 pitch to Luca DiPaolo missing down and away. Ball 2, 2-1, and that's how I felt a moment ago. I didn't want Logan Johnstone to ask, well, where did it miss? The 2-1 pitch down the middle for a strike, and the count 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Boy, what an odd style he has. One of the oddest I've ever seen. The 2-2 pitch on the way, outside, ball 3, 3-2. Arms around, takes the sign from behind his glove, comes set once, then twice, and delivers high, ball 4 to Luca DiPaolo. So I like the kid and even felt empathy for him moments ago out of Coeur d'Alene High School, Spokane Falls Community College. Timo Becerra. Of the 5th, the Lefties leading the Knights 6-1. DiPaolo, who had grounded into a double play in his first at-bat, draws a walk here on base because I think he might be vulnerable to a balk call. The first pitch missing inside, ball 1, 1-0. And that didn't miss, is a bit more conventional in coming into his stretch position. The 1-0 pitch in the turf, the other histrionics. Paddock would be susceptible to a balk call if he tried to engage in some of the other maneuvers that he makes when the bases are empty. 2 balls and Paddock to the plate. Swung on and hit high in the air, foul down the left field line. This one will get back T. Builder's party deck. The count to Timo Becerra. 2 balls and a strike with the Knights trailing 6-1. Liam Paddock, 6'4", 195. Picking up for Zane Petty, who was very good tonight for the Lefties. The lefty Paddock. Jonah Advincula on deck. The Knights trying to get a little something going with 2 down. A walk to DiPaolo, 3-1 to Becerra. Ball 4 has been a 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Timo. And the count goes full to 3-2. 3-2 to Timo Becerra. 2 down, 6-1 Lefties. DiPaolo goes, and the 3-2 pitch is low and inside for ball 4. Knights have drawn their 4th walk of the night, make it 5, pardon me. That's 5 free passes received. They only have 2, and they're hoping now to take advantage of Liam Paddock after 2 quick outs, issuing back-to-back walks to the 8 and 9 hitters. Ben Steck out, who was walked, scored the Knights' lone run to the plate. Jonah struck out in his last at-bat. Trying to help the Knights chip away a little bit at this. They were down. And now trying to at least get 1 back here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 on and 2 out. Liam Paddock set. Works. The blankets that I was referring to earlier are being put to good use here. To my left and to my right. July 2nd in Corvallis shirt, check. Hoodie, check. Blanket, check. July 2nd, 2022. The strike one breaking ball, a good one. A called strike. This guy could call it a ball. 0-2 to Jonah Advincula. 2 on and 2 out. Jonah now looking for a tough 2-strike approach to breaking ball down. 1-2 to Jonah Advincula. Luca DiPaolo at second. Timo Becerra. Then in 6-1 Port Angeles. The Knights trying to wake themselves and this good crowd on this Saturday night up right here. The 1-2 pitch on the way to Jonah. Fans responding to the hand-clapping provocation. Those 2 strikes, 2 on and 2 out. Liam Paddock to the plate. Advincula takes a fastball. Strike 3 called. The inning is over. Called strikes. Unfortunately, Advincula is the victim of the home plate umpire's sudden generosity. Port Angeles 6, the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
The Corvallis Knights are champions. Having won 5 straight West Coast, your business need help developing a winning program? With 46 years in business, they have what you need to develop and execute your game plan into a championship. See David Mendenhall, Bill Heck, or Robert Berry. Visit taxandwealthmanagement.com or call 541-753-4185. That's 753-4185. And get in the game.
There wasn't our deck and getting the house ready to paint. I'll do it, but not today. Well, if you won't do it, I'll do it myself. I know the guys at Philomath Rental can show me what I need. New Philomath Rental.
Philomath Rental, next to Landmark Realty, 1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center. For tools and equipment for home, farm, and business, check out Philomath.
Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at pets, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
Ben Steck, first ball swinging here in the top of the 6th inning against Jaden Harris. A flush, 1 away in the top of the 6th. 6-1 Port Angeles. Jesh Leckie coming to the plate. Tomorrow night, our by visiting OregonStateCU.com or at one of their 12 branches. They serve 24 western and central Oregon counties. Oregon State credit comes out, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Brooke wants to ask the home plate umpire something with the Knights trailing. Substitution here for Port Angeles or something. Jesh Leckie is listed as number 12, and that's who was. I don't know what the motion was all about. This is Leckie, at least according to number. Leckie tries to bunt. I'm going to have to check with Brooks. They're pointing at the hitter, which I believe is still Jesh Leckie, wearing number 12. The strike 1 pitch, another called strike. Suddenly, no balls and 2 strikes to Leckie. Jaden Harris with 1 out and nobody on. The Knights trailing 6-1. Delivers, chased and missed, but it's going to be a wild pitch. A swinging strikeout, and safe in at first is Jesh Leckie. Chasing the pitch, that down to first. The strikeout wild pitch. And Adam Paganelli, who has singled and scored, singled home a run and sacrificed at the plate. 2 hits and 2 errors for the Knights. Throw to first base. Back to the bag dives Jeff. 6-1 Port Angeles. The Lefties trying to get this series even and render tomorrow night's sellout event. Oregon State Credit Union fireworks night. Another throw to first and back to the bag dives Leckie. A closer play. Good move by Jaden Harris. We've seen Eli Kennel picked off on the other side. Now a throw to first. 6-1 Lefties, top of the 6th inning. On a cool, breezy evening here on this 2nd of July. Fireworks night tomorrow night, a doubleheader in Portland on in the shallow right center field, going out and dropping the ball. Second baseman Xander Darby, but picked up by Advincula, who throws to second. The wind pushing the ball on Xander, who called and kept retreating and retreating. The ball goes off his glove, but results in a 4. The batter. So the throw came back in with Spencer Scott part of it. Thank you. Jaden Harris gets the put out at second on your typical. First pitch is in the turf. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever written that down on a scorecard ever. 4-8-1. It's 1 Port Angeles in the 6th. Paganelli aboard on the fielder's choice. 4-8-1. Out of the stretch works Jaden Harris. Since I'm never going to get to say it again, I say it dives back. 6-1 Port Angeles in the top of the 6th inning. Will Moeffler has singled home a run and had 2 RBIs. A ground out to first base side of the rubber and out of the stretch. Nods yes. Straightens up and comes to the plate with a 1-0 pitch. A grounder to short. Spencer Scott will go 6-4 to Xander Darby. 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still Port Angeles 6 and the Knights 1 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Come and experience traditional Thai recipes with a sprinkle of New World creativity like pad Thai, a curry, fried chicken dumplings, or one of their delicious soups, all customized to dine in or visit their drive-thru. Don't be shy. Give them a Thai. Thai Express, locally and veteran-owned. It's same, but different.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? Special events. We have it all at the Natty Dresser. From hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our service purveyors of quality menswear, now open Monday through Saturday in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
Plus 9 championship. Just like a new season is an opportunity, so is getting recertified in first aid and CPR. If it's that time for you, contact CPR Works at 541-760-7630.
1240 Joe Radio.
Liam Paddock in the bottom of the 6th inning goes to work on Spencer Scott. Spencer, who has singled to center, flied to left. Liam outside, ball 2. Paddock showed a little control difficulty last inning, walking consecutive hitters, but the Knights were not in. Spencer Scott, Paddock to the plate, and that's low and inside, ball 3. 3-0. Spencer Scott, Eli Kennel, and Brady Lavoie, the scheduled hitters for the usual sharp performance by the Knights. A good Saturday night crowd on Starker Forest night and mini bat night here at the ballpark. Fireworks night. The Knights may be saving their own offensive fireworks as a precursor to tomorrow night's post-game event. A 4-pitch walk issued by Liam Paddock. Eli Kennel, who was grounded into a double play and walked but was subsequently picked off, comes to the plate with a nice. A right-hander throwing in the bullpen back of Paddock. First pitch breaking ball strike. Go up. Your community-owned grocery store providing fresh, local, and organic groceries since 1970. The strike one slow co-op makes it easy for you and your family to buy local and eat healthy. Everyone is welcome at the First Alternative Co-op. Fans trying to come to life here. Down 6-1. The strike 2 pitch to Eli hits him in the helmet. Kennel is going to be all right. He slings the bat away. And PT Northwest, she does not come out. Kennel showing that he's going to be okay. Got hit on the top of the helmet on an 0-2 pitch so at the moment, but he's fine. No ill effect shown. Gets hit on the top of the helmet. He heads off to first. Spencer Scott goes to second. Brady Love, their fans have been trying to inspire them here. The pitch on the way, very high, ball 1. And so Liam Paddock fighting himself, walking at Vincula. But 4 of the last 5 hitters for the Knights have gotten on base via free passes. 1 ball and no strikes to Lavoie. Paddock from the stretch, the lefty back to the track, to the fence, so long! A 3-run home run for Brady Lavoie. The Knights are right back in it, now trailing 6-3. 6-4 Knights, pardon me. A 3-run home run for Brady Lavoie. And he got a nice push from the wind. And the Auburn in the Super Regional that Auburn stole away from the Beavers here. Sonny DeShera hit a home run similar to that one. Now Lavoie hit it well too, but he got some help from the wind. It's a 3-run homer for Lavoie. Now Port Angeles 6 and the Knights 4. Xander Darby happens so often before. Teams trying to hold on to leads. The pitch to Liam Paddock fouled away from Liam, and it's 1-2 to Darby. Brady Lavoie makes Liam Paddock pay a steep price. A 3-run homer to left. Port Angeles still in front, but the Knights cut the lead to 6-4. Out of the inning, nice recovery by Paddock. And Titus Dimitru will come to the plate. Titus has flied to Dimitru after a good season at Lynn Benton Community College, part of the NWAC Championship Club. Takes a strike, 0-1 the count, starting to that he's yet to make a decision. He tried to check his swing but goes around, and the count 0-2. Whether he's that may indeed be coming his way. The strike 2 pitch down in the turf, 1-2 the count. And I'm not sure of the, I was just talking to Daniel as far he would get some help financially to go to one of the schools that has shown some interest in him. The 1-2 pitch is high and away. The tight LBCC. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Titus Dimitru, 1 out. Brady Lavoie's 3-run homer, drawing the Knights to within 2 runs. The 2 deck. Liam Paddock kicks and comes to the plate. The 3-2 pitch. Canelli gets the ball back in, and that'll bring to the plate Logan Johnstone with Titus Dimitru. And Logan Johnstone, who has walked and flied to right, coming to the plate. 14-foot fence in left. His second home run as a Corvallis Knight. Time call. Logan Johnstone out of the box for a moment. 6-4, Port Angeles. Bottom of the 6th inning, but the Knights with a 3-run blaster right back in it. And the Jaslecki gets the ball back in. Logan Johnstone with a base hit to right field. Dimitru at second. Logan at first. And here comes Matt Greeley, and perhaps a pitching change, and it will be. He's going to go to the bullpen, bring in a right-hander to face Luca DiPaolo. The Knights have come back, a 3-run homer. All Pro Property Services pitching change, back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
For Auto Glass Solution 277, call the Glass Man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the Glass Man.
For Auto 60-2277, call the Glass Man.
I was there in the living room reading a book for our daughter's wedding. I'll do it, but not today. I know you don't want me to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I know the guys at Philomath Rental, they'll show me what to do. And since they're open 7 days a week, I can go out.
1.5 miles west of the Sunset Shopping Center for tools and equipment for home, farm, and business. Check out Philomath Rental.
Willamette and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st. Applies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance. Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
Planning an Oregon staycation this year? You'll find a great selection of warm weather dresser, from hats to shoes and everything in between. You'll find everything the well-dressed man needs by brands you trust. Our services include suit rentals, alterations, and custom made-to-measure shirt in the heart of historic downtown Albany. Dress well, be confident, find success.
1240 Joe Radio.
And for the Port Angeles Lefties, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, exit velo of 99 miles per hour as provided by the Knights analytics team. Nelson Smith will make his second appearance out in 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, with a walk and 3 strikeouts. And he inherits a first and second one-out situation in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3-run home run. And now Luca DiPaolo at the plate, grounded into a double play and walked in his previous fifth. Delivers a fastball, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Trying to get a little data on Nelson, who was a late add to the roster and thus this appearance. The strike one pitch on the way is a ground ball towards the shortstop, Parker. He goes to second. It was not going to be a double play ball. DiPaolo would have been able to beat the relay from Kadoma, but the relay never came. Are loaded with 1 out. The Knights with a great opportunity here. The error, which I assume will go to Kadoma, dropping the throw from his Keystone partner, Parker. The bases are loaded with the tying runs in scoring position. The go-ahead run at first represented by Johnstone, or by DiPaolo. Timo takes a strike from Nelson Smith out of the stretch, delivers. There's a big chopper fielded by Smith. He turns and throws to first for the out to cut the lead to 6-5. An RBI ground out 1-3 for Timo Becerra. A 4-run inning for the Knights. They're still trailing. Lead. Jonah walked and scored back in the first, has struck out in his last 2 at-bats. Because I know this isn't the right one. The first one that came up was not the Nelson Smith that's in the game now, so the search has to. And we'll see if we can come up with something with the runners at second and third and 2 down. The first pitch in there for Jonah, the 9th man to come to the plate in the inning. 4 runs have scored. The Knights with a chance to take the lead on a 2-out hit. Logless, bottom of the 6th inning. Advincula trying to fight through now with 2 strikes. Smith works out of the stretch with the go-ahead runs in scoring position. 2 strikes the count. Nelson Smith can't get to the young man that is on this Port Angelo. Normally I'm able to look up all the guys, but he was not on the roster I was provided prior to the series. The 1-2 pitch, a ground ball, back up at third. The center fielder Paganelli was playing shallowly. I'm a little surprised that we didn't see DiPaolo come home. 2-strike approach, gets the Knights even at 6. DiPaolo at third, Jonah Advincula at first. A 6-6 tie in a 5. 6'8". He's not 6'8", I don't think, Paul. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I can't. I don't just exactly which Nelson Smith this is in the great game of baseball. Does he look 6'8" to you, this kid? Okay, he might be. The pitch to Knights have pulled even at 6 with 5 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now Spencer Scott looking to bring DiPaolo home and give the Knights the lead. Advincula, a threat to run, gets his lead. Spencer. With Nelson Smith coming out of the bullpen here in the bottom of the 6th. And then Brady Lavoie. The 2-0 pitch to Scott, down and away, ball 3, 3-0. Lefties roster, and just no data on him. In there for a strike. 3-1 the count. I can't as we go. A 6-6 tie, bottom of the 6th inning. 3-1, 2 down. Runners at the corners. Spencer Scott began the inning with a walk. The Knights have loaded the bases with 2 down, trying to take the lead here in the sixth. And the free passes is what stimulated the entire inning. A walk to Spencer Scott to open the inning. Eli Kennel was hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. Brady Lavoli out of the Port Angeles Lefties dugout on the first base side, trying to see into the bullpen to see whether there. It doesn't appear as though there is, so this would be a visit by Coach Greeley just to try to help Nelson Smith find his way through, get the final out of the inning. Here in the bottom of the sixth, the frame in which the Knights have scored 5 times to tie. It's amazing to me. There's usually plenty of data available on all the West Coast League players, but I'm striking out, coming up empty. The search using point streak, other data, just can't come up with any information on Nelson Smith. So my apologies as Nelson goes to work on Eli Kennel in the 6-6 tie with the bases loaded. And the first pitch backs Eli off the plate inside, ball 1-0. Big inning for the Knights. They have scored 5 times and now have a chance to take the lead. A 6-6 tie with the bases full. Luca DiPaolo at third. Jonah Advincula at second. Oh, pitch. Big swing and a miss by Eli. That evens the count at 1-1. Kennel out of the box for a moment. Eli has grounded into a double play, walked and been hit by a pitch. The Knights have scored 5 and now looking to take the lead. Eli Kennel trying to provide it. Nelson Smith to the plate, very high. Ball 2, 2-1. Kennel is the Knights' RBI leader and has a chance to add to that total right here. 2 balls and a strike in a 6-6 tie. DiPaolo at third, Advincula at second, Scott at first. Nelson Smith out of the stretch. The Port Angeles righty to the plate, down and in, ball 3, 3-1. Smith is a pitch away from walking in the go-ahead run. 3 balls and a strike with 2 down. Eli Kennel also has a chance to shrink the zone here and look at a pitch he can handle. The 3-1 pitch, he swings and rolls it foul. Coach Nags will chase it down as the count goes full to 3-2. This nice crowd, a rather chilled gathering now as the temperature continues to drop, making noise. They have been part of the scene, the atmosphere throughout the inning, cheering early and often throughout the frame. The Knights have scored 5 times to tie, now trying to take their first lead of the night. Bases loaded. The runners will go. The 3-2 pitch with 2 down. Pop foul off third and well out of play. The count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes with a long way to go in this ball game here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 the count. The runners again will go with the pitch. 5 runs in the inning, and the Knights hungry for more with Luca DiPaolo at third. Spencer Scott getting his lead from first. Advincula, the runner at second. They're all poised to go again. 3-2, 2 down, and a 6-6 tie. Nelson Smith ready, delivers. Kennel a fly ball to right field. Anticlimactic in the end as Jesh Leckie makes the catch. And the Knights leave the bases loaded. However, they get 5 to tie. And we go to the 7th. Port Angeles 6, the Knights 6 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Do you ever
go 2
Here
minutes.
at Horesco Chiropractic, we truly believe that everybody deserves to live a life without pain. Our doctors will get to the root of your often can say how amazed they feel to live a life with less pain after they have experienced how effective chiropractic care is. Start on the journey of improved health by giving us a call today or visiting our website at horesco.com. Horesco Chiropractic in Corvallis. We really can make a world of difference for you.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Mike Parker for Even Flow Plumbing, your trusted award-winning plumber for the Mid-Valley. Even Flow specializes in complete plumbing and drain cleaning solutions for residential and commercial jobs. They treat your home like it's their home, and their flat rate pricing means no surprises at the end of the job. Even Flow takes pride in doing the job right the first time. Just call 541-738-8853 for all your plumbing needs. When you need a pro, go with the flow. Even Flow Plumbing.
Hey, veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
Through 6 innings at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Goodness, it's cold tonight. I didn't bring enough. So I have 2 layers plus a hoodie, but I should have brought the blanket and more. It's not. Six hits and 2 errors. Great work by the Knights to pull even, and now they turn the ball game over to their redoubtable left-hander, celebrating his 21st birthday and hopes to do so in style with family and friends in the ballpark. Sean Weiss into the game. First pitch to Riley Parker is outside, ball 1-0. Riley has been aboard on a misplayed fly ball in center, has flied to center and grounded to third. 6-6, top of the 7th. Sean Weiss back to the plate, outside, ball 2-0. Sean, on his way to the University of Hawaii, has had a brilliant summer. He's making his 7th appearance. Sean comes set with nobody on. The 2-0 pitch is outside, ball 3. 13 2/3 innings, 4 hits, no walks, 15 strikeouts, a record of 2-0 with 2 saves and an ERA of 0. But he's a pitch away from issuing his first walk of the summer. Wants to avoid that to be sure, but does not. The 3-0 pitch is very high. Ball 4. The first walk that Sean Weiss has allowed this summer. And the batter will be Ethan Floodstrom. Okay, I think we may have finally identified the Nelson Smith, with Paul Blackburn going down to ask into the on-deck area. With Ethan Floodstrom, the batter tries to bunt and bunts foul. No balls and a strike. 0-1 to Ethan Floodstrom, who has walked, rounded to short, and lined to short. A 6-6 tie in the top of the 7th. Riley Parker drawing a 4-pitch walk, the first allowed all summer for Sean Weiss. And now it appears as though Ethan Floodstrom, at least on the first pitch, was asked to try to bunt the runner over. Sean throws to first base. Getting back in is Riley Parker, representing the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th inning. The Knights have never led in this one. The Lefties were 3 in the first. The Knights came back with 1 in the bottom half. But it's been all Lefties until the bottom of the 6th. The pitch on the way, a soft liner to second, caught by Xander Darby. He throws to Lavoie, not in time. One away. Bloodstrom retired. Weston Penninger to the plate. Penninger has a look at Coach Ramirez outside the third base coaching box. Sean Weiss out of the stretch and comes to the plate. A high pop-up to shallow left field. It's a long run for Titus Dimitru. He gets there to make the catch. 2 down. Sean, when coming into a ball game, kind of gives that sense, a little bit like the Knights. He's their version of Kevin Gunderson, who has certainly worked and helped Sean a good deal with his craft. But Gundy, when he would come into games for the Beavers back in the day, you just felt like, okay, we got our guy in, we're good to go. Cooper Jerpy had that, gave the Beavers that sense this past year, particularly when he came out of the bullpen against Vanderbilt. Like, okay, we got this now. Sean, the 4-pitch walk notwithstanding, appears to be getting back into his groove. He misses low, ball 1 to Kadoma. The 1-0 pitch, that misses, and he's behind the count. 2-0 to Anthony, who was walked, hit back to the box, and sacrificed. A 6-6 tie, top of the 7th inning. Riley Parker drawing the leadoff walk. The 2-0 pitch, a strike, and the count 2-1. I wasn't 100% sure that the umpire would raise his arm on that one even, but he did. 2 balls and a strike. Sean comes set, the lefty to the plate. The 2-1 pitch chased, and a little bit of an Ichiro approach on the swing by Kadoma. Tried to take it with him, it seemed, almost running out of the box, fouled it off. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down and a 6-6 tie in the 7th. Sean Weiss celebrating his 21st birthday and hopes to do so with a win, perhaps. The left-hander set. Two. Riley Parker will take off on the pitch. Mason Persons on deck. 3-2 the count to Anthony Kadoma. The runner goes. The 3-2 pitch hits slowly to the right side. Charged. The throw to first is just in time for the out by Xander Darby, getting the ball to Lavoie to get Kadoma. The leadoff walk does not come back to hurt Sean Weiss as he comes back to get the next 3 lefties. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We have a new 7th inning stretch sponsor here at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. Brought to you by At Home Properties. At Home Properties sponsors our 7th inning stretch, a service-oriented property management company committed to providing a personal, friendly experience to each of their customers. We go to the bottom of the 7th, a 6-6 tie on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set them up, you knock them down. Island Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
The versatile Kubota B Series is a do-it-all tractor, part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup, rated #1 for reliability. The Kubota B Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at everyprius.com.
1240 Joe Radio.
Bottom of the seventh, a 6-6 tie. Brady Lavoie helped the Knights take a big jump back into the game with a 3-run home run last inning. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Nelson Smith. A 6'5 right-hander listed in one of the sites we found at 6'8. We think we've got him figured thanks to Paul Blackburn walking down to visit in the on-deck area with the lefties. Fighting it a little bit. Didn't seem to have a good bead on it, but now able to get a glove on it does Ethan Pludstrom. 1 out in the bottom of the seventh of a 6-6 tie, and Xander Darby will come to the plate. So we think we have Nelson Smith pegged as a young man from Lehigh Acres, Florida, attended Dyersburg State Community College in Dyersburg, Tennessee, and is now at Palm Beach State College in Lake Worth, Florida. Everything that I just said, all new utterances from, I've never heard of any of those places. The first pitch missing inside, the 1-0 pitch to Xander Darby, swung on and missed, and the count 1-1. But Nelson Smith has a good frame and good-looking stuff. The right-hander turns and comes to the plate. The 1-1 pitch lifted to center and deep. Back on the ball goes Paganelli, still going back to the track, to the fence. So long! Xander Darby, a home run to near dead center, and the Knights lead it 7-6. A tremendous drive for Xander Darby. The Knights' second home run in as many innings to take the lead for the first time tonight, 7-6 on a tremendous drive to deep right center field for Xander Darby. And the ball just kept carrying and carrying. Paganelli kept going back and back, and it jumps over, does the baseball, over the fence just to the right of dead center. Titus Dimitru taking the first pitch for ball one. Nelson Smith comes back and misses again. The first home run for Xander Darby as a Corvallis Knight. 2 balls and no strikes. 7-6 Knights in the bottom of the seventh inning. The 2-0 pitch from Nelson Smith misses inside, ball 3. Nelson, like Liam Paddock earlier, inquires where did it miss, and indicated with his hand, did it miss inside, and the umpire nodded yes. The 3-0 pitch on the way is taken inside for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Titus Dimitru. Titus was part of the Knights' big rally last inning with a base hit and a run scored. 7-6 Knights in the bottom of the seventh inning. A 3-run homer by Brady Lavoie in the 6th inning, and a solo shot by Xander Darby here in the 7th. Logan Johnstone, the batter. Logan has walked, flied to right, and singled to right. Time is called. Titus Dimitru handing some equipment to first base coach Ed Neggs. Titus is 5 for 5 in stolen bases. He's held on by Weston Penninger. Nelson Smith, 6'5 right-hander, comes to the plate, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Johnstone. Part of the reason I disbelieved that we had the right Nelson Smith, and a couple of sites, one in a bio had Nelson listed at 6'8", and while this is a tall young man, I didn't think he was more correct. The strike one pitch in the turf, and the count 1-1 to Logan Johnstone. Bottom of the seventh inning, 7-6 Knights, their first lead of the ball game. Xander Darby giving the Knights the lead. And now Dimitru goes, and the pitch is lined to left field, base hit. Titus will stop at second, the ball landing on a couple of hops at the feet of Ethan Floodstrom quickly, so no chance even with Titus on the move to go to third. And coming to the plate for the Knights will be a pinch hitter for Luca DiPaolo. It appears as though Tyler Quinn will hit. The Knights with runners at first and second, and it appears as though we'll have a pitching change here, and we will. We'll take a 2-minute pitching change break. The Knights have taken the lead on the Derby homer. Subsequent to action featuring a walk and a base hit ends the evening for Nelson Smith, the pride of Lehigh Acres, Florida, or so we believe. And a new pitcher coming in to face Tyler Quinn in the seventh. 7-6 Knights. Back in 2 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to corvallisfloorcovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
At Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Hi, I'm Katie Albin, and I want everyone to know that at Albin's Plumbing, we're boring. Directional boring, to be exact. So if you need to run a pipe underground, under a driveway, or under a sidewalk, and you don't want to destroy your yard in the process, the boring people at Albin's Plumbing can help you with your directional boring. Just give us a call.
At Albin's Plumbing, plumbing's all we do. Call 754-8282, Albin's Plumbing. For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Need your auto glass repaired or replaced? Need to recalibrate your advanced car safety system? Don't call that 800 number. Call the glass man.
For auto glass solutions, better call the glass man. Call 541-760-2277. Call the glass man.
Downward Dog across the Ocean campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus.
1240 Joe Radio.
The new pitcher for the Port Angeles Lefties here in the bottom of the 7th, with the Knights having taken their first lead of the night, 7-6, and have runners at first and second with one out. Tyler Quinn to get his first at-bat of the evening against Andrew Munson. He was introduced as Monson. I just know when I think about people from that part of the world, I think of Munson as in Don and Dan. Andrew Munson out of Liberty Lake, Washington, Spokane Falls Community College, delivers to Quinn, a bunt, barehanded by Munson. The throw to first goes into right field. Titus Dimitru scores, rounding third. On his way to the plate is Logan Johnstone. The throw to the plate, not in time. Johnstone scores. The Knights lead it 9-6. Munson or Monson, either way, it's a tough break for Andrew. He fielded the bunt and threw wide of first. It'll be a bunt single for Tyler Quinn, and then the ensuing error on Munson, and 2-run score on the play. And the Knights now with a 9-6 lead for Timo Becerra. A bunt single for Tyler Quinn, the Knights' leading hitter, no RBI, both runs scoring on the throwing error. Timo Becerra looks at a breaking ball strike from Munson, 0-1 the count. Andrew Munson did a good job to get to the ball, but then misfired to first base. In this, his 9th appearance of the summer for the Lefties, 12 2/3 innings. delivers the strike one pitch in the turf. 10 hits allowed, 4 runs all earned, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts, a record of 0-1, and earned run average of 2.84. But he throws wide of Weston Penninger. The ball glancing away and down into foul territory down the right field side. The Knights score 2. A check swing foul at the plate by Timo. 1-2 the count. A 9-6 Knights lead. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Corvallis has scored 8 runs over the last inning plus, and looking for more here now with still only 1 out in the inning. Timo Becerra with a count of 1-2, trying to pick up Tyler Quinn from second. Jonah Advincula on deck. The 1-2 pitch is fouled at the plate. Timo stays alive. Becerra has lined out, walked, and had a run batted in on a 1-3 play last inning, wherein the Knights scored 5 times to pull even. Have scored 3 times for the lead, and now a line drive, base hit into left center field. Tyler Quinn will score, and the Knights lead it 10-6 on the base hit by Timo Becerra. Well, it took a while tonight. The crowd has been thoroughly enjoying the action and engaged the last couple of innings. And this crowd warmed to the occasion last inning, getting involved, clapping their hands, stomping their feet. The Knights scored 5 to tie. And now this crowd of 1,579 thoroughly enjoying what's going on here in the 7th, as the Knights have scored 4 times and have opened up a 10-6 lead. Jonah Advincula takes a breaking ball for a strike from Andrew Munson. 0-1 the count. Andrew comes set, delivers with the runner going. A pop-up on the left side. A U-turn by Timo Becerra. And coming over to make the catch for the second out of the inning is the second baseman, Anthony Kadoma. The shortstop, Riley Parker, breaking to cover. Kadoma comes over to the left side to pull it in. 2 down. Spencer Scott, the batter. Spencer has singled to center, flied to left, and walked in his last 2 plate appearances. The Knights with 9 runs for a strike, 0-1 the count. Brooke Knight taking out his handy pen and paper, making more notes. No balls and 1 strike the count. The pitch with the runner going gets past the catcher, Ben Steck. No play down at second base. Timo Becerra is in with the stolen base. So the Knights with a chance to add to the lead with a 2-out hit here now from Spencer Scott, leading it 10-6. 1 ball and 1 strike to Spencer. Becerra at second, 2 down. The right-hander Munson to the plate. Good breaking ball in there for a strike, and the count 1-2. Chilly night on the 2nd of July. Fireworks night tomorrow. And again, I think the forecast is calling for those of you who have your tickets planning on coming to the sellout event. Dress warmly. The pitch is in the turf. Becerra breaks for third, and he will get there on the wild pitch. Ball game taking a disastrous turn for Port Angeles here in the late innings. The Knights with 5 runs in the 6th have scored 4 here in the 7th, and now have another run represented by Timo Becerra just 90 feet away. The pitch on the way to Scott, a ground ball wide of third, fielded by Mason Persons, throws across to first for the out to retire the side. But the Knights get their first lead of the night. It came courtesy of Xander Darby's solo homer, and Corvallis comes back to add 3 more. We go to the 8th. The Knights 10 and Port Angeles 6 on 1240 Joe Radio.
We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl, family entertainment for young and old. Clean and friendly, that's Highland Bowl. Bring your party, let the good times roll. Great food, good fun, that's Highland Bowl. We set 'em up, you knock 'em down. Highland Bowl.
North 9th Street, Corvallis.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Easy to switch attachments, a smooth hydrostatic transmission. The BX Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com. Hey veterans, Mid-Willamette Family VetNet and the Corvallis Elks invite you to a Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge. It's a resource fair aimed at providing services and supplies to veterans and their families. Learn about disability and Social Security benefits, employment services, housing and utility assistance, medical and dental resources, and more. Food and drinks will be served at the Lynn Benton Veterans Stand Down Thursday, July 21st from 10 until 2 at the Corvallis Elks Lodge, 1400 North 9th Street.
1240 Joe Radio.
Mason Persons will lead things off for the Port Angeles Lefties in the top of the 8th inning. The Knights, for the first time, take the field with a lead, 10-6, top of the 8th inning. Sean Weiss, as I mentioned, on his birthday, hoping to get a win. He came on in the 7th in a tie ball game, walked the first batter that he faced, retired the next 3, and now delivers to Persons, who swings and fouls one back. No balls and a strike to Mason. Ben Steck on deck, Jashalecki to follow. Weiss's strike one pitch misses down and away. 1-1 the count. 10-6, Corvallis in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Knights score 4 to take their first lead. And now in the 8th, Sean Weiss. Comes set, the lefty delivers. The 1-1 pitch is pop foul towards Urchin Alley. The kids get into position. A pretty good read on their part. They saw the ball coming. Played it on a hop. No one caught it, but I could tell when I looked over my right shoulder, the kids could see it skying high and heading towards the alley. Very pretty sky here tonight on a chilly night. The 1-2 pitch off speed, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1 away. Ben Steck will come to the plate. Ben has flied to right, doubled to right, scored a run, and popped out. 10-6 Knights in the top of the 8th inning. Sean comes set. The left-hander kicks and delivers. Hit foul again towards the alley. The youngsters get in position. This one, though, will land on top of the entrance, the roof entrance to Dixon Rec. Their parkour skills will come into effect, I'm afraid. They'll try to climb up and get that souvenir. The strike one pitch, low and away, ball 1, 1-1. It is a spectacular sky tonight with just a gorgeous sunset. And that is a photograph worth taking, which I think I'm going to between pitches here. Good fastball swung on and missed. The count 1-1. That is one of the nicest sunsets I've seen. Oh, my goodness, it's gorgeous. Weiss with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Delivers the 1-2 pitch, popped up to shallow right field. A long run for Logan Johnstone. And then the second baseman, Xander Darby, stays with it. Now throws to second, and they get their out anyway. Xander Darby dropped the ball, then stayed with it and threw to Spencer Scott covering. Some communication issues between Johnstone and Darby. And Xander certainly should have been called off by Logan. It was too long of a run for Darby, who eventually reached up was not able to catch the ball cleanly, but then had the wherewithal to recover, fire, and get the out on Ben Steck trying to go to second. Some odd plays here tonight in this ball game with the out recorded 4-6, 2 down, and Jesh Leckie, the batter. The first pitch to Jesh, a strike, 0-1 the count. 5 straight retired by Sean Wee. Leckie has singled and struck out twice. No balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. The strike one pitch hit sharply into the alley. That one's bounding around. The youngsters give chase. 0-2 the count with 2 down and nobody on. 10-6 Knights, top of the 8th inning. Sean Weiss made an excellent pitch. The Knights had a little bit of a communication issue. Ended up getting the out anyway. The strike 2 pitch fouled straight back. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. Well, we're going to see a spectacular fireworks show tomorrow night after the 7:15 game. Whenever that comes to an end, the fireworks will ensue immediately or close to it right after the game. The strike 2 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled into the alley. The youngsters have been busy here in the inning. But I'm grateful to have been able to look over my right shoulder and look back at the sky to the northwest. And it is absolutely spectacular. The colors of the clouds. Cool night, but worth it to get the type of view we're getting here this evening. The strike 2 pitch taken down and in, 1-2 the count. But no matter what we see tomorrow, from a fireworks standpoint, it won't be able to top the sky that we're blessed to look at tonight behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. 10-6 Knights, top of the 8th inning. Sean Weiss to the plate, fastball fouled back. A high fastball climbing the ladder on Leckie, who did a good job to get a piece of it and hang in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Adam Paganelli on deck. The lefties appeared to be cruising along in this one. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth. Up 6-1 heading to the 6th. Now find themselves behind 10-6 in the 8th. 2 outs, nobody on. Sean's 1-2 pitch hit slowly off the end of the bat. Up along first. Weiss to his knee. Throws the ball by Brady Lavoie. The throw comes back in from Xander Darby past the ear hole of the runner Leckie. Backed up by the catcher Jesh Leckie. Sean did a good job to get to the ball and try to make a play. His throw was wide, but no error. It's a base hit all the way for Leckie. And the batter is Adam Paganelli. A 2-out swinging bunt single. Paganelli swings, and this is a legitimate base hit into right field. Logan Johnstone over to play it. Fires it back into Xander Darby, and the lefties now with a little bit of life with 2 down. Runners at the corners and 2 away. Will Mulfler, the batter. Leckie racing to third. Sean Weiss has not been scored upon in the summer of 2022, and he wants to keep it that way. He got 2 quick outs, then yielded the swinging bunt base hit, a solid single to right for Paganelli, who's had a good ball game. His at the plate, runners at the corners, 2 down. Sean Weiss trying to keep it a 10-6 ball game. The left-hander out of Canby delivers very high, ball 1, 1-0. Our pregame show conversation several hours ago was with another Canby Cougar, Joey Gartrell, my pregame show guest. 1 ball and no strikes the count. First and third, 2 down. Sean Weiss out of the stretch, the lefty to the plate, and that's high again, ball 2, 2-0. Riley Parker, the on-deck hitter. Sean Weiss with 2 outs in the inning, giving up the infield single. Base hit to right for Paganelli. And now the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed by Will Moeffler. The Lefties have out hit the Knights 11-10. In an odd, kind of a rough-hewn ball game here tonight. A little bit sloppy at times, but certainly a compelling affair, too. Exciting. The Knights rallying with 9 runs over the last 2 innings, trying to keep the 4-run lead intact. The 2-1 pitch from Sean, very high, ball 3-1. Sean has issued just 1 walk all season, and that was last inning. He's behind the count here, 3-1 to Will Moeffler. With Leckie at third, Paganelli at first, 2 down. The 3-1 pitch on the way to Will, taken just inside for ball 4 to load him up. Riley Parker will be the batter. All night long, this home plate umpire's strike zone has been just incredibly small, and he's hurt both teams that way. There's no question about it. That pitch needs to be a strike. I think it is a strike. It's a major league type zone that he's trying to enforce. Bo Kearns is going to ask for time and head out for a quick visit with Sean Weiss. The bases are loaded with 2 down, and the entire infield will come to this meeting at the mound. Brady Lavoie from first, Xander Darby from second, Spencer Scott from short, Timo Becerra from third, the catcher Tyler Quinn all coming out. Quick word, indeed it was, when you visit Corvallis to catch Knights baseball, we encourage you to stay at your locally owned Best Western Corvallis, close to Goss Stadium, where you can enjoy the largest hotel rooms and an outdoor is there. Trying to get a read on the number with the bases loaded. Unless that was a visit with Riley Parker. I was sharing the note from Best Western. I believe it's Riley Parker who had a quick visit with his skipper, Matt Greeley. Parker stays up, bases loaded, 2 down, 10-6 Knights. Parker the tying run at the place. Weiss delivers a high strike. 0-1 the count. With 2 outs, an infield single, a base hit to right, and a walk. Leckie at third, Paganelli at second, Moeffler at first. Sean's strike 1 pitch, pop foul to our right. This won't make it to the alley. It lands in the stands about 25 feet from yours truly. And a gentleman hands the baseball to a youngster. He took off his cap to try to make the catch that way. Didn't quite come up with a cap catch, but found the ball and hands it to a youngster. Hoodie on, glove on, and we'll go home a happy young kid. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases loaded. Weiss looking for the happy ending here in the 8th. Delivers, and he gets it. Swung on and missed, strike 3. The pitch was in the turf. Tyler Quinn steps on the plate for the force. The inning is over. Sean Weiss still has not been scored upon in 2022. The Lefties get close. They come up empty. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Knights 10, the Lefties 6 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Dave's Performance Hybrids is the Willamette Valley's Prius experts and your Toyota dealer alternative. Dave's is now offering hybrid battery warranty extension for every Prius. If your Prius has an original battery or was replaced somewhere else and has expired, invest in Dave's hybrid battery warranty extension before it fails and save 50% off the price of a 1 to 5 year warranty, including testing. Need an oil change? Get $20 off your next oil service at Dave's Performance Hybrids. Off I-5 and Highway 20 in Albany. Online at davesperformancehybrids.com.
Downward Dog across the OSU campus is serving up cold drinks and tasty food on their sunny patio. Burgers like the Hangover Helper or Double Trouble. If you prefer, substitute a house-made veggie patty and enjoy appetizers, wraps, salads, and sandwiches. And breakfast is served until 2. The food at Downward Dog is made fresh from scratch and locally sourced whenever possible. And they specialize in mouth-watering handcrafted cocktails and thirst-quenching local microbrews. So stop by the Downward Dog today. Open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. on 23rd and Monroe across from the OSU campus. Looking for someone to service your Volkswagen? Independent Auto Works has been taking care of Volkswagen since 1970, and their group of mechanics has over 80 years of combined experience working on Volkswagens. And if you need just a part, whether your VW is old or new, air-cooled or water-cooled, Independent Auto Works can help. Give them a call or stop by. They're on 13th Street near the OSU campus in Corvallis. Independent Auto Works, the guys you can trust.
Your satisfaction is our success. Independent Auto Works.
1240 Joe Radio.
Eli Kennel to lead things off for the Corvallis Knights against Andrew Munson. The first pitch swung on and fouled back. No balls and a strike. It says it's 60, but what does it say it feels like? Because it feels a lot cooler than that. A cool 60 as we go to the bottom of the eighth. The Knights leading Port Angeles 10-6. Munson's strike one pitch on the way to Eli. Big breaking ball in there for strike two. 58 degrees, it says it feels like. But again, it's July 2nd. It should be warmer than this. No balls and two strikes. Eli Kennel, Brady Lavoie, and Xander Darby. Munson delivers high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch and play. 10-6 Knights, bottom of the eighth inning. Andrew Munson back to the plate. Breaking ball taken. Strike 3 called. Eli Kennel rung up to open the bottom of the eighth inning. And here comes Brady Lavoie, an infield single in the first. Fly to right in the fourth. And with the Knights trailing 6-1 in the bottom of the sixth inning, lofted a 3-run home run to left. And that gave the Knights life. They went from 6-1 to 6-4 and eventually pulled even in the inning and now lead it 10-6. The first pitch to Brady is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Brady flied to left field in his last at-bat. Andrew Munson rocks, kicks, and delivers the strike one pitch. Pounded foul in front of the Knights dugout. Brady down in the count, 0-2. Lavoie playing at first base tonight. If the Knights hang on to win this thing, I believe Brady, just by virtue of the one big swing to ignite the Knights' comeback, would be our Washington Park Advisors player of the game, and a conversation with Blake Neiman would ensue afterwards. The strike two pitch missing to Brady, ball 1-2. Xander Darby in the queue with his home run to give the Knights the lead last inning. Brady swings and hits one off the end of the bat, a cue job of a different kind. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Brady Lavoie. San Diego State bound, just learning that news a few days ago, entering the portal and ending up back home at SDSU. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch on the way from Munson, down and away, ball 2. So many scenarios and articles and things being discussed about the future of the Pac-12. One of the schools mentioned in several articles I've read in terms of possible expansion to the league, with Lavoie ripping the 2-2 pitch into left field. Brady's third hit of the night is San Diego State as a possible into the Pac-12 to try to give the conference a Southern California presence after all, with the two. San Diego State, with no disrespect intended to San Diego State, I mean, they cannot replace USC and UCLA in the sense of the brand and the market of L.A. and what the Trojans and Bruins have meant historically to the conference. But there is some talk of perhaps San Diego State coming aboard. A ground ball to second, fielded by Anthony Kadoma. He chooses to go to first base and get Xander Darby on the play. Brady Lavoie into second. 2 down, and Titus Dimitru, the hitter. All I know is we have months and months ahead of, maybe there will be some sense of finality about what the future of the conference will be without USC and UCLA, and whether the Big Ten or other schools are done with the poaching and the rating. We'll see, but it's a big, big blow, diminishment to the prestige, the market size, and all of that for the Pac-12. There's no getting around that. There's no say, I had somebody text me, good riddance to the University of Spoiled Children. No, it's not the way I view it at all. The pitch to Dimitru, a strike, and the count 0-1. 10-6 Knights, bottom of the 8th inning. Brady Lavoie at second with 2 down. Andrew Munson off the rubber for a moment. Titus has had a good ball game. Slide to left, grounded to third, singled and scored, and walked and scored. Lavoie hopping away from second. The pitch to Dimitru in there for a strike. The count now 0-2 to Titus. Logan Johnstone on deck. We'll see if Sean Weiss runs out there one more time when we go to the 9th. The strike 2 pitch is waved at and missed for strike 3. The tag applied on Dimitru by the catcher Ben Steck. We go to the 9th. Will it be Weiss or someone else? The Knights need 3 outs to wrap up the ball game and win the series, and Sean's going to get the chance to get those outs. After 8, the Knights 10 and Port Angeles 6 on 1240 Joe Radio.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm former Oregon State athlete Tim Ewis, your Corvallis Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll use an established process to create a personalized financial strategy backed by the advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track. Contact me today, 541-758-8245. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Lynn Benton Tractor on Highway 99E in Tangent. See it at lynnbentontractor.com. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, people in the Mid-Valley have been going to Corvallis Floor Covering. They thank their many friends and customers for your continued support and look forward to working with you on your next remodeling project. Browse through their large showroom with a beautiful selection of carpet, countertops, sheet vinyl, linoleum, tile, hard surface floors, and window coverings from all the popular brands. Corvallis Floor Covering, corner of 2nd and Van Buren downtown, or log on to CorvallisFloorCovering.com. Shop local. Shop Corvallis Floor Covering.
1240 Joe Radio.
Top of the 9th inning, 10-6 Knights. Sean Weiss delivers, and the first pitch to Ethan Floodstrom is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sean on his 21st birthday. Looking forward to trying to get these last 3 outs and pitch his team to a series win against Port Angeles. A hard-fought one. A fly ball into shallow right field telling us that nothing's going to come easily. Drops in for a base hit for Ethan Floodstrom. And that will bring to the plate Weston Penninger. A 10-6 lead for the Knights on this chilly Saturday evening. Tomorrow night, big fireworks show presented by Oregon State Credit Union. 7 o'clock airtime, 7:15 first pitch. The fireworks show to follow shortly after the completion of the game. The first pitch from Sean Weiss, a knee-high fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sean came in his 7th appearance with the score tied at 6. The strike 1 pitch is lofted into the alley. It's getting late in the alley and everywhere else. A lot of those youngsters who've been out there with the gloves have forsaken Urchin Alley. And this time of night, it's probably good for the Urchins to try to get to a little bit safer place. No balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 9th inning. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sean trying to go to 3-0 on the summer. He still has not given up a run. Anthony Kadoma, the hitter. Anthony has walked, hit back to the box, sacrificed, and grounded out. 10 runs, 11 hits, and 2 errors for the Knights. 6 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for Port Angeles. Sean from the stretch delivers a ground ball to short, fielded nicely by Scott, goes to second for 1, on to first, not in time. Very close. but Anthony Kadoma with good speed able to avert the double play ball on the fielder's choice 4-6. 2 down. Mason Persons to the plate. Very nicely done. Spencer Scott feeding Darby. Kadoma simply runs too well to be doubled up on a play of that manner, but the Knights made it close. Scott to Darby to Lavoie. Mason Persons at the plate. 2 down in the top of the ninth. 10-6 Corvallis. Weiss delivers high. Ball 1. 1-0. Mason has had a sacrifice fly grounded out. 6-3-2 fielder's choice in the 5th and struck out in the 8th. Swings and fouls it back, and the count 1-1. Port Angeles led this ball game 6-1, going to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Knights with 5 to tie in the 6th, 4 in the 7th to take the lead, and now an out away from an inspired comeback win. The 1-1 fastball, now a strike away as it's fouled back by Mason Persons. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 9th inning. Anthony Kadoma at first, and this crowd, chilled though it may be, making plenty of noise, trying to help Weiss and the Knights bring it home. 1,579. Sean Reddy, and the Lefties' 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2, 2-2. It'll be a great experience for both teams tomorrow to get to play before a full house here. The crowd will be twice this size, and we hope again as engaged. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Sean Reddy delivers. Swung on and cued slowly foul to the right of home plate. It remains 2-2 to Mason Persons. If Mason keeps it alive, Ben Steck would have an opportunity. Ben on deck. Anthony Kadoma at first, 2 down. 10-6 Knights, top of the 9th inning. Two pitch, swung on and popped foul over our heads, landing on top of the McGrath family press box, off the rooftop and down into the alley. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You can hear the stomping and the clapping as Sean again tries to bring it to an end. The lefty ready. The 2-2 pitch. Pop foul again. Off to the right, and this just in front of the Omaha room and down into the alley. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sean Weiss has been magnificent and has a chance to end it again here. Good battle going on with Mason Persons. 2-2 with 2 down. The Knights leading 10-6. Sean again tries to bring this one to an end. He delivers. Taken. Strike 3 called on the breaking ball. The ball game is over. On a night where we didn't see many called strikes, we get one in the end to bring a thrilling come-from-behind win for the Knights to an end, with Sean Weiss on his 21st birthday getting the win. The Knights win the series and will go for the sweep tomorrow night on fireworks night. Runs, 12 hits and 2 errors. Sean Weiss gets the win on his 21st birthday to go to 3-0. Nelson Smith takes the loss. The Corvallis Knights improve to 15-5 and will maintain at least a 2-game lead in the South. Port Angeles, even with a 6-1 lead into the 6th inning, ends up falling. The Lefties' record drops to 11-17. Before a crowd of 1,579, the Corvallis Knights rally to win. We hope to see many of you back here tomorrow night. We've had a great time on Starker Forest Mini Bat Night. Tomorrow night, don't need to say much more other than it is fireworks night. So the gates will open at 6 o'clock, a 7:15 first pitch, as the Knights seek a sweep of the 3-game series. The Weisses are departing, very happy and watching Sean do his thing again. Amy and Casey leaving with other family members that came in tonight to watch Sean on his 21st birthday, and he doesn't disappoint. He delivers another great performance, as do the Knights, who kind of sputtered out of the gate, picked up momentum as we went along, and win it 6-1. For Garrett Dworshak, this is Mike Parker thanking you for joining us. We'll see you here tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here on 1240 Joe Radio. So long, everybody.
You've been listening to
Thanks, Garrett. See you tomorrow.
Knights Baseball. Knights Baseball has been brought to you by Corvallis Floor Covering, Philomath Rental, Independent Auto Works, the Lynn County Veterans, Tax and Wealth Management, the Glass